How's it going, guys? This is Sporadic Tactics, and today I'm going to be going over my review of the Scuf's PS4 controller. Now, if you guys seen the video earlier, you guys would have seen that I did the unboxing of it, and that after a month I was going to give my review. Well, that month's up, and here's my review. So go ahead, like and subscribe, but let's go ahead and get into it right now. Alright, first off, let's start off with the reason why we're here. The whole review for the Scuf controller. Now, if you guys watched the first video, which I'll probably put a card if I can figure it out, I'm just starting to mess with the YouTube stuff and everything like that as far as like cards and end screens. So it might be like somewhere around here. But yeah, the Scuf, I had the unboxing for it. And if you guys watched that, if not, then, you know, I got the Joker shell, you know, I got a few other customizations for it. And when I first saw it, I mean, I fell in love with it right then and there. It was beautiful controller, beautifully made, felt beautiful, you know, and I've never had a controller like this, so I was super excited about it. And I've been playing with it for a month, and yesterday I took a walk with my girlfriend because I was trying to think of over the content of what I'm going to be saying, you know, for this, you know, the pros and cons, really. And I had a huge list of pros, well, a good amount list of pros, and I could not think of a con, honestly. I really couldn't and anything like that. I have had no problems in a month about anything. Like, and I literally, like, I've been using this. This is the only controller I've used unless the battery's just dry bone dead. Freaking, I've been putting it through the ringer, you know. There's actually been times where, like, I'm raging and stuff like that because I'm losing. And I haven't, like, you know, like, thrown it across the room. But, you know, I've, like, gotten mad and, like, you know, just thrown it on my desk while I'm gaming. And it's hasn't broken, nothing's chipped on it, nothing's wrong with it, you know, freaking, I mean, literally nothing, dude, and anything like that, for real. It is still perfect as the day that I bought it and the day that it showed up to my door. Now, some cool things about this is, though, one, I bought like some new thumbsticks, and a little thing that I found out, you know, people might already know this because they might have, I guess, a higher level of common sense than me, but I did not know that the Xbox One thumbsticks would work on the PS4 controller, on the PS4 Scuf. So that's one thing that I found out because I was entering in this tournament for Honor, and I wanted a different thumbstick and everything. You know, I saw on the Scuf website how they said, you know, use a concaved one for the left, use a domed one for the right, so I wanted to try out the combo to see if I liked it at all. And first off, I really do. I'll get to that later. But, yeah, like, I ordered it, and I thought that I ordered the PS4 one, but because I didn't go through the Scuf website, I went third party, and I went through Amazon. And when they came in, I saw that it was the Xbox one, and I was like, oh, man, this sucks so bad. But luckily, I tried it out instead of just giving up right then and there. I still tried it out because in my head it's like, okay, both of them use the Infinity Ring lock system, so, you know, maybe there's a chance that, you know, they'll be compatible with one another. And sure enough, this one right here is the concaved one. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. Put it a little bit closer. Yeah, that's the concaved one, and it fit perfectly. No problems whatsoever and anything like that. So I really like that about that. Alright, let's really get into some of the pros about this controller right here. One, you can customize it any way that you want, man. I mean, you can go from simple and plain to I just want a new color of controller with matching buttons to this right here. I want a complete Joker controller with freaking colored what's it called, thumbsticks, different colored buttons, and the grip back here. So many different customizations. It's freaking awesome, man. So that's the first and, you know, most obvious one right there. Then of course, when you go a little bit more into the customization, my two is gonna be you can customize just the different features you want with it and everything like that. It comes standard, of course, with the Scuf patented, you know, little paddles on the back. But they come pre-mapped, so if you spend a little bit of extra money, then you're able to get the electronic remapping key, the EMR. I think they have it on there as, and yeah, that right there, all you have to literally do is just, it's a magnet, you put it onto the back of here, you hold down the paddle that you want to remap, you hold down the button that you want to remap it to, and bam, you're done and everything like that. Freaking, you got that. You also got like, I don't know if you guys would actually be able to see it. Yeah, that's how easy it is. They actually told me that they switched it up because when I first got my controller, there's this little in the brochure, the user's guide, it says that in order to pull these things off that you needed an opening tool, and I was looking all through the box and I couldn't find it, and I was pretty upset because like I really wanted to try the freaking trigger extenders that night. And so I what's it called, wrote a letter and everything to tech support because actually this is the Scuf beanie that was missing too. I'll get into that later. But when I got a hold of tech support about that, they told me like, yeah, all that we switched it. We just haven't updated our user guides yet. All you have to do is like pop it up, and yeah, sure enough, it is. So newer ones a lot easier. I'm not sure if the old ones would still need the. I'm pretty sure they would and everything, right? Leave comments down there if you have an older one and everything like that. If if it's just this, or is this completely different to where it locks in differently and you need the tool, or are the tops of it differently to where once you buy these tops you're able to pop them off now? Leave some comments. I'll be interested in learning that. But anyway, right here, I hope that you guys would be able to see it a little bit. Like, let me get the light on there. I hope that you guys see like a little hole right there. I think that's like, yeah, that little glare right there is the best I'm going to get to showing it to you guys. But that little hole right there is so that you can insert this little key, and it's so that you can fine tune the trigger mechanism actually. So it's it goes from how far you want to press the trigger down before it actually activates the button itself. So of course, like when I'm playing COD, I like to have it extra sensitive, pretty much like a hair trigger on my controller, which is pretty cool. But then also when I'm playing For Honor, I don't want to accidentally slightly tap R2 because that's the heavy attack, and be out of position when the opponent's attacking me, and that's just going to give him a free blow. So I loosen it up a little bit, which makes it a farther press down on the R2 button before it actually activates right there. So I really like that feature in that. I really like the magnetic mapping key, like I said. What other features are there in here, really? Oh, you can get the rumbles taken out. Me personally, I didn't know if I wanted the rumbles in or out because I knew I was going to be using this controller pretty much as like my new primary controller. And I like having the rumbles in sometimes when I'm playing story-driven games for that extra rumble in your hands. Just gives it the extra theatrical effect and everything to me. So I kept them in. But, you can take them out. I think it's a little bit of an extra cost, like maybe $2-3. But, some people actually like it because they say that it makes it that much more lighter to where, you never really have to worry about your hands getting fatigued or anything like that. So that's another thing to look into. Let me see. What can I say as my third? My third, which probably should have been my first, is going to be that I really appreciate Scuf said that they were going to give their customers an item that was going to help improve their performance, and what they gave is exactly that. I have nothing bad to say about this controller, and believe me, I was putting this controller through the grinder. I was like trying to break it in the sense of like constantly using the buttons. Maybe like if I'm constantly using a button and everything, it's gonna go out. Maybe this, maybe that. But I have played all sorts of games on this, from For Honor to the Horizon Zero Dawn and Ghost Recon Wildlands, and there is nothing wrong with this controller. I've been mashing buttons, I've been using the analog sticks to no end, of course, and I've been using the D-pad a lot and everything also. I love this controller. Still fully functional, still great. So now when I'm looking back on some of the review videos that I've seen, and people are like, never buy this controller, this and that, I'm wondering, like, what did you do to your controller that you're saying that you don't like it? It's weird to me. Or maybe my standards are just lower than theirs. I don't know. I don't want to say much about that. Let me think. What else can I really say about this controller, man? Oh, that's one thing I guess I can say that is a con, and I don't know if it was just a mistake on my part because there was a few mistakes in my order, honestly. But this controller did not come with a cord. or anything like that. It didn't come with a cord inside the packaging, so I guess that would be my only con, is they expect you to already have a cord to connect it with, and a lot of people do. It's not a huge con, it's just one of those small things. Me personally, I felt like, since I'm spending $100+ on this, you can send me even like the crappiest cord that you have in stock and everything like that for it. But luckily, I bought the braided cable, because me personally at the time, I didn't have a cord or anything like that. And with this, I have the tower that, cools it. It has the fans in there, and then it also has controller charging ports. So with the paddles being on the back of there, it doesn't allow me to fit it in. So luckily I bought that and everything like that. But, like I said, it's not that big of a con. It's just one thing to, know ahead of time when I'm trying to give you a full review on an item. And I believe that is it. So my final opinion on this, I know that, in my head, I actually felt like it was going to be like 30 minutes of explanation and stuff like that. But yeah, there's just a few things that I have to say, but nothing bad. So my final review on this would be, if you want to raise your, KD ratio, if you want to perform better in clutch situations, even if you just want to get around the fact of your controller slipping out of your hands, man, and everything like that, and you want a cool looking controller while you're fixing that problem, this is the controller to do it, honestly. Freaking, it's great, grip is great, sensitivity's great, customization is great, responsiveness on point. So I have nothing bad to say about this. So Scuf, A1 in my opinion. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my review on the Scuf's PS4 controller. Like, subscribe if you guys did. I'm always putting out more content. I always like to see you guys' comments down also, so go ahead, put some comments down there, whether it has to pertain with the video or whether it's just a comment on what you guys would like to see next. I'm always open for options on what's the content that I should give you guys next. Also, I know you guys see those right there, right there, right there, those two things. Go ahead, if you subscribe, make sure you put the notifications on so you guys know when I drop my next video, which is going to be the review on those two items right there, because those are really good items that I'd hate for you guys to miss out on. So until next time, guys, GG and peace.